In Module 2, Lesson 5, we've been talking about normal probability distributions. I've shown you how to use a TI-8384 calculator to work the problems, but if you don't have access to a calculator, there is a free website that you can use to work through the problems. And so I'm going to show you how to use that free website using the practice problems numbers 7 and 8. Here's the link to the free website that you can use if you don't have access to the TI-83 or 84 calculator. You can simply copy and paste it into your browser. It's pretty straightforward. You have to enter the requested information, which is the mean and the standard deviation. Standard deviation here is represented by the letters S, D, and then you have to indicate whether you're doing a problem that involves greater than, less than, a between, or possibly the outsides or the tails, and indicate the values for which you want to work that problem. And then you simply click on the widget Recalculate, and it will put the results in the box near the bottom of the screen. So we're going to take a look at a few examples, and I'm going to walk you through how to use the website to do these problems. You're still going to want to try to draw a picture of what's happening because, again, that helps to give you some insight into the information you should enter into the website. So here's our scenario. The length of time it takes to find a parking space at 9 a.m. follows a normal distribution with a mean of 6 minutes and a standard deviation of 2 minutes. And so we know from previous lessons that we have to know that it is a normal distribution. And so we're told that information in the story. So we know that we have a normal distribution. We also are told that the mean is 6 minutes, and we're told that the standard deviation is 2 minutes. Okay, so that's the information that we need. We have to know that in order to work the problem. Then we want to draw kind of our distribution curve so we can get a sense of what's going on and what we should enter into the calculator. So if I draw my normal distribution, I have my horizontal axis, the bell-shaped curve. Remember, the mean is in the middle, which we know is given as 6. I want to find the probability that it took less than 1 minute to find the parking space. So 1 would be to the left of 6. So it's going to be somewhere down here on the end. And we want to be less than that. So we're going to be out here in the tail. And then remember, this is going to run, it feasibly goes all the way out to negative infinity. I realize time doesn't really do that, or in this scenario, it doesn't really do that, but theoretically it does. Okay, so we have all the information we need. Since this is a less than, we're going to use below. So I'm going to go out to the website, and I'm going to enter the information. The mean was 6. The standard deviation was 2. And I want to do less than or below a value of 1. And you can kind of clear out all of the other boxes just so it doesn't confuse itself. Just get rid of all the other information that's there. Okay. And I'm going to press recalculate. It actually does draw the picture for you there. I press recalculate and I get a value of 0.0062. So the probability that it's going to take less than a minute to get a parking space is 0.0062. Well, for all intents and purposes, it's 0. That's such a small number. But we are asked to round to 4 decimal places. Next example, same scenario. So we still know that we have a normal distribution. We still know that we have a mean of 6 minutes and a standard deviation of 2 minutes. This time we want to know the probability that it took at least 8 minutes to find a parking space. Okay, remember, at least implies greater than or equal to. And so in terms of our website, that's going to be above. Again, you want to kind of draw yourself a picture. You have your horizontal axis, your bell-shaped curve. The mean is in the middle, which is 6. Our point of interest here is 8, because it says at least 8 minutes to find a parking space. So 8 is going to be to the right of 6. And we want to be at least, which means greater than or equal to that. And again, theoretically, this does go out to positive infinity. So again, we have all the information we need. We have the mean, the standard deviation, and that we're doing above 8. So we go back out to the website. Mean of 6, we've already have that entered. Standard deviation of 2. This time we want to do above 8. Again, you can clear out the one you had previously. You do get the picture again, and we recalculate. And it gives us a value of 0.1587. So the probability that it takes at least 8 minutes is going to be 0.1587. All right, continuing on, again using the same scenario. This time you have a between, and it says find the probability it took between 3 and 7 minutes. So if I draw my picture, horizontal axis, bell-shaped curve, mean in the middle, which is 6, and I want to be between 3 and 7. So 3 would be to the left. 7 is slightly above. And I want to be between those two. Again, I go out to the website. My mean of 6 is already entered. Standard deviation of 2 is already entered. This time I want to do a between, and I'm going to be between 3 and 7, and I'm going to recalculate. And it gives me 0.6247. So the probability that it's going to take me between 3 and 7 minutes is 0.6247. Let me double check, make sure I wrote down that number right. Yes. Okay. And one more. Same scenario. We know it's a normal distribution. Mean of 6 minutes. Standard deviation of 2 minutes. This time probability it took less than 4 or more than 9. So again, if I try to draw my picture here, have my horizontal axis, my normal distribution, my mean is in the middle, which is 6. We want to know what's the probability it took us less than 4. So less than 4 or more than 9. Okay, so again, notice how you're on the ends or in the tails. So we go out to the website. Our mean is still 6. Standard deviation is still 2. This time we want to do outside. We want to be less than 4 and greater than 9. And we press recalculate. And it gives us a value of 0.2255. So the probability that we spend less than 4 or more than 9 is 0.2255. So hopefully, again, if you don't have access to a calculator, you can use this free website. It's very straightforward, and I hope you find this video very useful.